Welcome to SciSense, where we unwrap scientific research, because science should not be a puzzle. Welcome to the SciSense podcast. I'm Sarah, and I'm here with Mike. Today we're talking about something that could genuinely change how we think about our own health. This comes from a paper just published in Nature Medicine by a large international research team from Wenzhou Medical University and Peking University in China. Mike, there's an AI that can tell you how old your body really is.
Yeah. And this is one of those breakthroughs that could affect literally everyone. So let me start with a question. We all know our age based on when we were born, right? That's your calendar age. But here's the thing. Two people who are both 50 years old can have completely different health profiles. One might have the body of a 40-year-old. The other might have the body of a 65-year-old.
Right. We all know people who seem way younger or older than their actual age.
Exactly. So scientists have been trying to measure what they call biological age, which is how old your body actually is on the inside, based on wear and tear, how well your organs are functioning, how your cells are holding up. And now this international research team has built an AI system called LifeClock that can calculate this from a simple, routine blood test.
Wait, just a normal blood test? The kind you get at a regular checkup?
That's what makes this so exciting. Previous tools for measuring biological age required really expensive, specialized lab tests. For example, one method looked at chemical tags on your DNA called methylation markers, basically tiny switches that turn genes on and off as you age. Another method analyzed hundreds of different proteins in your blood. Both of those could cost hundreds of dollars and needed specialist equipment that most clinics don't have.
So LifeClock skips all that expensive stuff?
Completely. It uses 184 standard measurements from a normal blood panel. Things your doctor already checks, like your red blood cell count, liver enzymes, kidney function markers, cholesterol levels, the kind of results you'd see on a printout after a routine blood draw.
How did they build this thing?
This is where the scale is just staggering. They fed the AI data from 24.6 million doctor visits across 9.7 million patients, all from the China Health Aging Investigation Project. To put that in perspective, that's roughly the entire population of Portugal. All of their clinical visits over years fed into one AI system. The model learned to recognize patterns that human doctors simply can't see because they span across hundreds of measurements simultaneously.
And the AI itself, what kind of technology is it?
It's based on the same type of architecture that powers ChatGPT, called a transformer. But instead of learning language, this one, called EHE-Former, which stands for Electronic Health Records Transformer, learned to read medical data over time. It spots patterns in how your blood markers change as you age, and it compares your pattern to millions of others to determine where you fall on the biological aging spectrum.
So it's like ChatGPT, but for reading your body instead of text?
That's a great analogy. And here's one of the most fascinating discoveries they made. Our bodies don't age in one smooth, continuous process. There are actually two completely different aging programs running. From birth to about 18, there's a growth clock. Your body is building itself, growing bones, developing organs, and specific markers in your blood reflect that. Then from about 18 onward, there's a separate aging clock driven by gradual decline, where certain protective substances in your blood start dropping and markers of wear and tear start rising.
So it's like two different chapters of the same book?
Exactly. And previous biological age tools only worked for chapter 2, adults. LifeClock is the first one that reads both chapters, meaning it can assess biological age in children, teenagers, and adults. That's a huge deal for spotting developmental issues early in young people.
Now here's the part that really interests me. How accurate is it at predicting disease?
So in medicine, we measure how good a prediction is on a scale from 0.5 to 1. where 0.5 means the tool is no better than a coin flip, and 1.0 means it's perfectly accurate every single time. For predicting coronary artery disease, which is the leading cause of death worldwide, LifeClock scored 0.8. For stroke, 0.97. For diabetes, 0.98. For multiple sclerosis, 0.96. These numbers are exceptionally high.
Those are almost perfect scores. But here's what I want to know. Can it predict disease before you even feel sick?
Yes, and this is the game changer. They tested it specifically on diabetes prediction. LifeClock could flag people who would develop diabetes years before their blood sugar levels ever crossed into the danger zone. Their prediction accuracy for this was 0.91, which is remarkably high for catching something that hasn't happened yet. The AI is essentially reading early warning signs in your blood that are invisible to standard diagnostic criteria.
That's like a weather forecast for your health.
I love that. And when they grouped patients by their biological aging patterns, the differences were dramatic. One group of children showed 15 times the normal risk of a hormone disorder affecting the pituitary gland, which is a tiny organ in your brain that controls growth and metabolism. Among adults, one group showed nearly 38 times the normal risk of kidney failure. These aren't small differences. They're massive warning signals that could save lives if caught early.
Was this only tested on one population, or does it work across different groups?
Great question, and this is crucial for any medical tool. They built it using data from Chinese patients, then tested it on the UK Biobank, which is a database of 500,000 British residents, completely different genetics, different diets, different healthcare systems, and it performed just as well. That tells us the biological aging patterns it's detecting are universal. They're fundamental to how human bodies age, regardless of where you're from or what you eat.
So what does this actually mean for regular people? How does this change healthcare?
Imagine this. You go to your doctor for a routine blood test. Along with your usual results, the printout now includes your biological age and a personalized disease risk profile. No extra needles, no special equipment, no extra cost. Your doctor says your calendar age is 45, but your body is aging like a 52-year-old, and you're showing early patterns associated with heart disease. Here's what we can do about it now while there's still time.
Prevention instead of treatment. Catching things early when you can still change course.
Exactly. And here's the truly revolutionary part. This doesn't require a fancy research hospital. A small clinic in rural India or sub-Saharan Africa that can run basic blood work could use this same AI. You're putting the predictive power of a world-class research institution into every doctor's office on the planet. The researchers describe it as democratizing precision medicine, taking what used to require expensive genetic testing and making it available to anyone who can get a blood draw.
That's incredible. From a simple blood test to knowing your body's true age and your future health risks. Mike, thanks for breaking that down so clearly.
My pleasure, Sarah. The future of medicine isn't just about better treatments. It's about knowing what's coming before it arrives. And remember, everyone, science should not be a puzzle.
Thanks for listening to SciSense. Share it with a friend. See you next time.